Performance. Lesson 2, Blood Brothers. You now must complete the Do Now task. This needs to be done in silence. You have 5 minutes to complete 6 questions. Please pause the PowerPoint while you do this. Here are your green pen answers. Please ensure you mark them accurately. Remember, this must be done in green pen. What is a performance? A performance is an act of presenting a play, concert, or other form of entertainment to an audience. Other forms of entertainment include dance, puppetry, circus, and open mic events. There are many elements that make up a performance, including the entertainment, lighting, props, set design, sound, and costume. Within this scheme of work, you will be given the opportunity to explore each aspect of performance. Task 1. Please can you watch the following scene from the play Blood Brothers. This scene focuses on 2 female characters, Mrs. Johnstone and Mrs. Lyons. Mrs. Johnstone and Mrs. Lyons are from completely different classes, Mrs. Lyons being upper class and Mrs. Johnstone being lower class. Mrs. Johnstone works as Mrs. Lyons' cleaner. Mrs. Lyons is married to Mr. Lyons and they live in a wealthy area of Liverpool. They have tried for children and have unfortunately been unsuccessful. Mrs. Johnstone's husband left her alone with 5 children and she has now found out she's expecting again. Mrs. Johnstone lives on the Never Never, finding herself in financial crisis. My top tips for this scene are to be aware of the 2 women's circumstances and how this may affect their interactions and motives. Mrs. Johnstone needs the cleaning job and would be easily manipulated by her boss, Mrs. Lyons. Mrs. Lyons has suffered several miscarriages and will be experiencing feelings of envy and jealousy. It would be useful to make notes on the decisions made by the actors in this scene. You should make notes on the use of performance skills, the blocking and staging of the scene, costume, lighting, set design, sound design, and any interactions between the actors in terms of proxemics, the distance between each character to show a relationship, and eye contact. Task 2. Your task is to begin to act out this scene, taking into consideration the top tips. Who are Mrs. Johnstone and Mrs. Lyons? What is the context of the play? What is Mrs. Lyons trying to accomplish in this scene? Remember to pay close attention to the stage directions which have been given to you by the playwright. Start to think about the blocking. Blocking is the pathway a performer takes on stage. Start to think about a stage layout for this scene. One is already given to you on the script, but maybe you could be creative. Maybe you could come up with your own stage layout. Task 4. Start to consider how you would set this scene. You can take inspiration from the YouTube clip or make a considered decision using the context you have learnt. You must sketch out the set design using A4 paper and label it with materials used, colours and objects. Reflection. What style have you been working in today? What skills have you needed to demonstrate? How might you improve your working process?